I'm going to show you how to smoke eggplant cheese rolls at home. Get ready for a flavor explosion.
Big thanks to Masterbuild for sponsoring this video.
Eggplant, another eggplant, and another eggplant. We're going to need loads of eggplants. Yes, these are vegetables. No, this is not going to be vegan. This is going to be freaking delicious and you're going to love it. The eggplant itself is absolutely perfect for the barbecue. It has a soft interior which will soak up any flavors you put on it. And we are going to load it up with extremely delicious flavors. Let's start by slicing it up into thin slices. Oh, does everybody know what this is? This is a cheese slicer. After you get a spoon and a fork and a knife, you get this. This is the most important tool you might have in the Netherlands. You can even skip the fork, keep the knife, and then this one is second. There we go. Time to get a bowl out. Because for our stuffing, we're going to take 500 grams of minced beef and 500 grams of minced lamb. By adding 50% lamb, you're going to boost the flavors of the beef and it's going to taste a lot more explosive, a lot more powerful. And the fat of the lamb is going to make the meat even more juicy. After that, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of the PitmasterX ras el noot herbs. If you want to make this at home, you're going to take a tablespoon of salt, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, a teaspoon of paprika powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of cinnamon powder, a teaspoon of cumin powder, a teaspoon of ginger, a teaspoon of coriander, a teaspoon of allspice powder, a teaspoon of nutmeg powder, and a teaspoon of ground cloves. Give it a good shake. And to boost the flavors even more, I'm going to also add some fresh ingredients. In this case, I'm going to add 10 grams of coriander and 10 grams of parsley. I'm going to chop it up real fine and add it to my beef and lamb. Then I'm going to take a small yellow onion and grate it fine. The onion is going to make sure that everything gets nice and sticky, a little bit wet in texture, and it will make everything even more juicy. You really want to go in there with your hands and mix it up and knead it into a smooth paste. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes before you have that effect. So you really gotta work it, and especially with the lamb, just knead it. You need that fat to kind of like squeeze in together with everything else. Time to take a slice of eggplant, a little bit of our seasoned minced meat, spread that out, and I really wanna see you work at it. I want a thin layer, like this. Then take some young Gouda cheese, slice until you have a small stick, cut it down to size, place it on the eggplant, and start rolling it up. And that is your eggplant cheese roll. I got 26 of these delicious snacks out of only 2 eggplants. With that amount of beef and lamb, I can continue and make many more. But for now, let's focus on getting these on the grill. I'm going to be cooking on the Masterbuild. This is the portable smoker. It's a tiny smoker that does absolutely everything. And to show you what it can do, we're going to make a barbecue sauce on it. Let's open it up and fire it up. I'm going to put in a fire starter, light it up, put in some charcoal, close the charcoal lid, set it to the highest temperature, let it rage up to high temperatures, put the pan on. Let's make the honey garlic barbecue sauce. I'm going to start with half a cup of honey, a teaspoon of chili flakes, 6 cloves of garlic, a cup of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce, and 2 tablespoons of sweet soy sauce, otherwise known as ketchup manis. Bring that up to a slow simmer, mix it up, and your honey garlic barbecue sauce is done. Time to make sure that the grill grates are non-stick, and the way that I do that is by putting a little bit of olive oil on a paper towel and just brush it on. And you might think, what? Why are you doing that? Well, because the eggplant is a very delicate plant and a delicate vegetable, and I don't want it to stick to my grill grates. I want it to be able to move around, and when it gets to higher temperatures it will automatically let go, but at colder temperatures it might just get too sticky and my roll might fall apart. Time to put the egg rolls on. You can hear the barbecue's already up to temperature. I'll let it cool down a little bit because I don't want searing temperatures, I just want to smoke these. And I'm going to make sure I leave plenty of spacing for the smoke to twirl around them. Now it's time to close the lid. And I'll be smoking these at a temperature of 160 degrees Celsius, which is roasting temperatures, yeah. Oh, that's starting to look good. The cheese is starting to melt, which is an indication that these rolls are almost done. Now, of course, we don't want to miss out on the opportunity of giving them a little bit of brush with a delicious honey garlic barbecue sauce. Make sure they get nice and sticky. They'll get a little bit of sweetness. Then we're gonna give them another 5 minutes to get at the temperature, and then we're gonna take them off and do the taste test. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they're done. That's how you count down in 5 minutes. Oy, oy, oy. Oy, oy, oy. Look at how delicious these look. I may have made a little too few. I want to eat all of these. They look so tasty. Of course, we're gonna do the taste test. What was that? I didn't know. I lost my speech. This looks so good. Let's give it a try. Oh my. It works so well together. Everything. It is like a little bit crazy in flavors. We got the Ras El Hanout, which is very spicy. Not spicy hot, but spicy in lots of spices, a lot of flavor. And then you have the cheese that's just creamy and rich, and the freshness of the eggplant that is wrapped around. And the minced meat just perfectly complements it. The sweetness of the honey barbecue garlic sauce is freaking delicious too. It's like the perfect combination, the perfect little snack.